Hi there, it's Sandy from Spiral Crafts and Workshops. Doing a bit more of an advanced video today, but if you still like it then please subscribe to the YouTube channel below and give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And of course, when you've made your model, post it on our Facebook page and we can all give it a bit of love. So, I'm not going to tell you what we're making today, it's going to be a surprise, something different. And we're going to do it a bit more freeform and a bit more flowing, and just see what we make and you know, just to show that you don't have to have everything prescribed before you start, that you can just go with the flow sometimes and change things as you go along. So I'm starting with a nice sort of brown shade today. This is about 12 grams of clay, and I started with white and I put in a little bit of orange, and then a tiny little bit of black just to shade it down a bit from peach. And if you mix that up for yourself, then stop at a colour that you like, that's somewhere around about this sort of brown shade. You want a light brown shade really, but if you want to do purple, that's up to you, I don't mind. So I've got a nice little brown colour, and I've also got my jumping clay tool with my Pinocchio face on it, which is linked down below to their website. I'm not an affiliate, I don't get paid for any of that, but I do like their tool. It's very, very child friendly as well. So I'm going to put my greaseproof paper over there. I've got my work surface and my cutting tool and my clay. And I'm going to start with just rolling it into a sausage. That, by the way, is a clue. I'm going to roll it into a sausage and cut it in half. So I'll put a line, roll it through, put my cutting tool through, and I'm going to take the larger piece, because you never get it quite exact. I'm going to take the larger piece and just roll that into a ball. And then I'm going to roll it into a sausage. Nice, smooth sausage, like that. So I'm happy with my sausage. I'm going to pop him on that should be alright, so we've got no marks. Pop him on the greaseproof paper so he doesn't stick to the base. Then I'm going to take what I've got left, and I'm going to put a line in the middle. Those who follow me know that that's what I do a lot. And then I'm going to go one side so that that's thirds, sort of a third and 2/3. Put the 2/3 back, take the smaller piece and roll it into a ball. So many things you can do when you roll it into a ball. Make sure it's nice and round. And then, again, with the finger, not in the middle but just off to one side, I'm going to just roll very short rolls like that, so that you get a sort of shape like that. Now we did this with the hippopotamus before in the free videos, so if you want to make other things as well, don't forget, have a look at the free videos, there's lots of things to make. And then you're going to end up with a sort of shape like that, and I want to flatten out his nose a little bit, don't want it too tall. And then this is going to be his face and this is going to be his nose, a little bit like the hippo that we made. And then I'm going to take the sausage and I'm going to put the body on, the head on, sorry, with the nose sticking out a little bit at the front like that, because I quite like that. Like, smooth that air hole off at the front. There we go. So, and it's going to look something like that. So take what you've got left and put him over there to the way so he doesn't get hit. And I'm going to take a small amount off this, I don't know, something like that, just a little bit. And then I'm going to take a slightly bigger amount off, about there, for something else. You'll find out in a bit. And then you've got your sausage left. And what I'm going to do with this one is put the line in the middle, go for a 1/3 and 2/3 again, like that. And then these pieces I'm going to cut in half. I'm going to have that piece, and I'm going to have that piece. And you want these as near as the same as each other as you can get them. Roll them into balls. Here's a little bit. That's better. That's all the wrinkles out. Right. So take your first one, slightly off centre with your finger, give it a roll, And when you've got that shape, so don't do long strokes, just do short strokes there. Place it that way down, and with the tool, just give it a flatten. Now be careful with the tool, this side's got bumps on and that side's completely smooth, so smooth side down, and then you want it like that. Give it a bit of a flatten, like that, and then shape it, just elongate that a little bit so that you've got that kind of shape. And then you want to do the same with this one, so it's kind of there. Stick him flat so he's that way round, find your smooth side, flatten him down a little bit. And I want him more like that if I can, so I want to push that in a little bit, make that a little bit thinner, smooth that round so that we've got roughly the same, as much as we can do. Flatten that to make it a little bit bigger again. I'm just going to leave that flattened to make it smoother. There we go. Then you're going to take these and we're going to put them at the back there. So you want these, so this is the horizontal bit, and it comes up, and that's his back leg. And then same on the other side, in the same place. So he's got his back leg. Now I should have said, so this is what I mean about doing it on the fly. I should have said you want to put 3 little marks in for his claws there, and on the other side I'll do these on the front before I put them on because it's easier. I'll pop in there, at least he won't roll over now. So just straight sausages for the front ones, 2 straight sausages, perhaps thicker at one end and thinner at the other end, and then you want to flatten those with the smooth side down again, just a little bit, and then with your edge of your tool put 3 lines on, and put 3 lines on there as well, and then these want to go at the front against the body like that, and at the front against the body on the floor like that. Pull those out a bit. So take your bigger piece that you've got left, roll it into a ball and cut that in half. So right there. And these want to go into a teardrop shape. I know you guys are good at teardrop shapes. Then with your tool again, flat side down, give it a squidge. Quite large for these. And then same again, roll it into a teardrop shape, flat side down, give it a good squidge. Peel it off. That one's shrunk back a little bit, so I'm going to give that another squidge, like that. And then I'm going to attach these to his head. I'm going to put these, start at the back of the head in the middle, and just lean those over like that. Perhaps press them onto the top of the head. There was space. This one's shrunk a little again, so make it a little bit bigger. Put it in at the back of the head like that, up and over the top, round his face and down the side. There we go. So go vertically. There. Then take the littlest piece. I'm just going to try and move that. It's very difficult to move things once they're on, but it just doesn't look too symmetrical. But I suppose I could have him leaning his face over to one side like that, which would be quite nice. So it's like I say, you kind of go with the flow, and if he's leaning his face over, he doesn't look so odd, then that's okay. Then I'm going to take the little piece and just form it into a point like that. Just a straight point. Flatten it really slightly, not a lot at all, because that is going to be his little tail at the back. So I'm going to put that on at the back, sticking up quite nicely like that. And there you've got your little doggy coming. Right, you need a little bit of black. I've had some black sitting waiting for me. And you need to put on some eyes and a nose. I'm actually going to put him on a little smile first. There he goes. So I popped him a little smile in there. Is that looking too big? That's a little bit too big for his nose, so I'm going to take a little bit off. So you'll have to try this out on your own as well. When you do the eyes, watch the black on your fingers. Make sure you haven't got black on your fingers when you're handling your model. So I'm going to cover up the air hole there with a nice big shiny black nose, and then I'm going to pull 2 more pieces of black off, pop them back in there for, so roll these into sausage, cut them in half. Now these do need to be the same size. I'm actually thinking those are a little bit big, so because eyes aren't normally quite that large compared to the nose. And then that little bit, so I'll take that out. Keep these pieces. Right, so this one's a bit smaller, this one's a bit too big. I'm going to cut that back so it's a bit smaller. That's better. And I think I'm kind of happy with that now. Check your fingers for black, I haven't got any. I'm going to have a look on here and see how his eyes are going to look. And there we go, I'm happy with how big his eyes are. And there he is. There's your little dachshund. So he's got his floppy ears, and he's got his sausage body, and he's got his little legs and a tail sticking up at the back. I think I might call that one Jeffrey, just for the hell of it. So have fun with your dachshund, and don't forget you can do whatever colour you want to match your dachshund if you've got one at home. Enjoy!